Finally getting around to fixing the trailer skirt brackets, which I've been meaning to get to forever, and had to do another trailer light repair. Driving to Montana for my load, delivering on Monday, all in this episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and furry studio audience. That is Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, here it is, Saturday the 18th, Saturday morning. Did pick up my load yesterday in Denver. It only takes maybe a third of the trailer, not even that, of the appliances. It's less than they were supposed to be. It's only 14. It weighs only 3,000 pounds. So wind may be an issue, but I have 2 days, all the rest of the weekend, to make it all the way up to near Bozeman, Montana. So there you go. So here I am at home. Came back home last night. My wife grilled up some burgers. It was a beautiful thing, baby. It had some of the baked beans and corn on the cob. Yeah, it was a beautiful thing. Then watched some Shark Tank. Love that show. Anyway, so now we're attacking the skirts today. We're going to trying to save money and not pay somebody else to do them, because the last time I paid somebody else to do them, they didn't do them right in the first place. About the only thing Sapp Brothers has not done correctly for me, but I told them they needed to take off all the old bracket pieces. They didn't do that, and they didn't put the bolts and screws on the top part. So we're going to crawl under there, and then my wife's going to help me because I have to have somebody on the other side with a screwdriver while I'm bolting the brackets back on the way they need to be, and I might need to remove some of the other stuff. I've crawled under there and looked a little bit. We're going to get under there again here in a minute, and I'll take the camera with me, the phone, so you can see what I'm doing and how those, and besides, you might need to know how those newer brackets work on those skirts, so if you ever have an issue with them flapping or whatever and need to know how to repair them, well, you can refer to this video. What do you think? Here's what I'm dealing with. Here are the newer brackets from Transtex. And you can see when Sapp Brothers put them on, I told them take off all the old brackets, which is these, so we can use the new ones at the top. And you can see they put the bolts in at the bottom. They didn't put the bolts in at the top, they just left the upper brackets there, which are not very good. I'm going to see if I can try to get those out of the way. They may be too rusted at this point, but if I can get those off and just use the newer brackets, that's the goal. The right side of the trailer, this skirt is hanging in better shape. It's the other side that got hit by the deer, and that's why that one is not doing as well, because you can see like that bracket up there, the upper one broken, and that's from the deer. Okay, everything takes 10 times as long as it should. We have to try to cut those brackets off. Grab my grinder to cut that one off. And we finally got these two attached at the top. We've loosened the brackets so we can manipulate them a little bit. And if you look under here, the lovely Mary is helping on that side.
Okay.
Will be a big help. So, 2 are in. Two brackets in. And now we'll continue down and see what we can do. Okay, here we are, the lovely Mary helping me, of course. And we managed to get all the old brackets off, or off enough on this side. And we managed to loosen the new brackets so we can slide them into the correct position. And now Mary will be on this side with the giant screwdriver. I'll be on the other side as we're tightening them up and getting them in the right place. And we'll go from there. Okay, the passenger side now is completely done. It's got the curve that it was supposed to have initially, and then be along the rail of the trailer. They just never put it on that way initially when I bought this trailer. And the light then is supposed to be in the skirt like it is now. Thanks to the multi-tool and drill, I was able to get that hole cut just right. So now that stays there. We'll do the same on the other side. And now the whole thing is supported like it should be and doesn't flail around in the wind. So there's one side completely done. And like I said before, this is the Easy Edge by Transtex. Even though it says USA, they are in Canada. Alright, here it is, 8:16 p.m. and we're finally done. Well, still got to put the hole in this side just like we did on that side for the light in the skirt, but that's the last thing to do. But started at 10 a.m. this morning. We stopped for lunch. We had to run one trip to And we had to go to Home Depot, get some tools, and then we had to run a quick trip to Menards. But it's finally all done, and it's taken, well, at least that would be 7 to 8 hours of actual work. And we had to start basically from scratch. We had to keep moving the brackets, undoing them, redo new holes. But now this is underneath, and all under here for all intents and purposes is done. All right, I want to acknowledge that today's project would not have been possible without the lovely Mary. It's almost as dirty as I am.
Almost. You're worse, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am filthy all over. So, gonna be a nice long hot shower before I hit the road tonight.
You got it.
Okay, well, we're essentially done. We got the light and the skirt on this side, but it won't work. And I had this one fixed by a shop, mind you, about 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago. I fixed the one on the other side myself, and now I'm gonna have to refix this one myself. Gotta love it. All right, as you can see, I am completely filthy. I mean, look at this. Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous. All right, still have to crawl under there. It's dark, getting dark now. Well, it is dark now. And finish fixing that light, and hopefully I found a place where, you know, that happens all the time with wiring. It had rubbed against one of the rails up under there and gone through the shielding, and of course then the wire broke, and so now I'm gonna have to cut the whole damn thing and repair each little wire with the shrink tubing, blah blah blah. But I'm gonna go try to take care of that repair now, then put all the rest of the tools away, and I'm gonna go inside and get a well-needed shower. What do you think? Yeah. Okay, you can see it's working now. And before I tape it all up, I'll show you what I did underneath. Okay, you can see right here, this white wire and this yellow wire were both completely, almost, well, the yellow one almost completely cut through. The white one was completely cut through. I had to take all the shielding off to get to them, to cut them down, put the shrink tubing on them. You know, twisting them together, put the shrink tubing on, you melt that down with the torch, which, I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it is, right there. Okay, and then I put it back together and it was flashing, but it wasn't being a marker light. Then I found there was another break in this one right here. So I just cut the shielding off, twisted them together, put the shrink tubing on it. Right there, bada boom, bada bing, buddy boop, and that one's fixed. We're just gonna tape them up for now. And I'll tape that one up. All right, well, that's finally all done. That's something I was not expecting after spending 8 hours doing the other thing. But anyway, all right, so now I'm just gonna get the truck turned back around and put the rest of the tools away. And then I'm gonna go jump in the shower. We gotta get on the road tonight. And you're saying, why, Clutch? It's only about 9 hours to Bozeman from Cheyenne, isn't it? And yes, it is. But there's supposed to be really strong winds here tomorrow morning and in mid-afternoon and all that. My load doesn't weigh a damn thing. So I gotta get on the road tonight and get as far as I can. If I can make it like Sheridan or something, that'd be good. Yeah, I'll get there really late. But then I only have a few hours on Sunday. So, you know, I can make it work, baby. I can make it work. Thank you. All right, well, yeah, I left late last night, about 11:15 Mountain Time. Here it is about, what is it, 6:15 a.m. Mountain Time. Just stopped and took Rusty out a little bit there, and coming into the Billings area right now. And yeah, it was good to drive overnight. There wasn't much wind. It sprinkled a couple times, but not bad at all. So I figured I'm just going to go ahead and drive to Livingston, which is about 36 miles away from Bozeman, where I'm going to be delivering on Monday. You know, it's now Sunday morning, so I figure I'll get there and I can take kind of a long day off and enjoy the Father's Day after that long day of working on the trailer skirts yesterday with my wife. Thank God she helped me, because there's no way in hell I could have done that by myself. We did get to go to Home Depot, and I had to replace my multi-tool and my jigsaw, unfortunately, because stupid me, when I was working on the battery cables the other day at the house, I guess I didn't relock my rear diamond plate box, and it came open while I was driving down to the Denver area, so the box that had my multi-tool and my jigsaw in it fell out and disappeared. The box that had all my light bulbs and stuff in it landed on my APU, and the other box that had just screws and bolts and paint stayed in the box. So, of course, the most important box disappeared. What are you gonna do? Anyway, so they had a great deal at Home Depot, and it's still going on, I think, today, because it's Father's Day today. If you buy, because I have the Ryobi products, if you buy 2 of their heavy-duty big batteries, you got a free tool. You know, they have a choice of them. You can get either the jigsaw or the multi-tool. The multi-tool was $80, the jigsaw was $70. So we got the free multi-tool and then paid for the jigsaw. So that was a great deal. And Junior O had sent me a $50 Home Depot gift card a couple, 3 months back or so when I got back out on the road. And I was still having the leak issue, which I'm still not positive that's complete. We'll talk about that later. So I could maybe rent a ladder if I needed to. But I used that then for this. And then my son Ben, for Father's Day, gave me a $25 Home Depot gift card. So that was really nice. So I got to use all that, so I didn't have to spend a lot to replace my tools. And then was able to do the trailer skirts yesterday with my wife, which all worked out well. Got a little construction up here as we're coming into Billings. It's a little overcast this morning. Temperature-wise, real good. It's like 68 degrees, not bad at all. So, Junior O, thanks again for sending me that a while back, and I was able to put it to good use today, or yesterday. And the skirts are holding up just fine. Looks like we did a really good job. I had to fix that wiring thing I showed you. But all's well with that. Oh, and I did get to the carrier on Friday after I picked up at GE, got the appliances. I went over to the carrier and I got the APU unit finally worked on and serviced. It hadn't been properly serviced in probably almost 2 years. So I was glad I was able to get that done. They found leaking engine seals on there that they had to replace, so it was kind of pricey. It was like $850, something like that. Yeah. I just spent, if you remember, $1,711 doing all the truck work. I get 126 of that back from Turquoise because they pay for the DOTs. But that's why my wife and I went ahead and did the skirts ourselves, because I didn't want to spend any more money. And it took us over 8 hours to do it. Probably a crew of 2 or 3 in a shop. Might have been about 4 hours, which would still have been a lot of money. What, 450 at least? No, it'd be more like 600 something. Plus their shop fees and yada yada yada. And would they have done it right? I tried to shop before to do that and they didn't do it right. So, gotta love that. Anyway, oh, they're redoing this whole bridge over here coming into the Billings area. Look at that. So we go over some river, and I don't know which river it is. Is this the Yellowstone River? It might be. And then directly ahead, I'll try to zoom in so you can see it better, is downtown Billings area. Not a huge downtown area, but, you know, for a Montana town, not too bad. So I'm going to just drive in about another hour and 45 minutes to Livingston. We'll get parked, I'll put this video together, and then I'll just hang out, watch some bad TV, or just go straight to bed, I'm not sure. But because I've been up since yesterday morning and doing all that work, but it was the right move to drive during the night, for one. I saw hardly any other vehicles out there. And then two, I avoided all the wind issues that were going to be down near Cheyenne today, because this is such a light load, I didn't want to risk any of that. So I think we did the right move. And yes, there'll be more Rusty coming up. I took some video of him yesterday, so let's take a look at that. All right, here's little Rusty here in his natural habitat at the house here in Cheyenne. Run around, Rusty. Go out there. Show everyone how much you love running around. Go, run! Rusty! And of course, so he's just gonna slowly stroll. You're a meatball, Rusty. Run! Go! Go run! Yeah, we live just outside of town, here in the country a little bit, which is wonderful. See, there's the truck next to the pole barn. Pole barn, which is now housing the FNAF Five Nights at Freddy's, for Five Nights at Freddy's 1 live version my son Justin's doing. Go to his YouTube channel XBlue to see all about that. So, quick scan of our surroundings. And Rusty checking out the stuff. Yeah, so ended up getting here to Livingston, Montana, to the town pump. I talked to my wife on the phone, and I said, I don't think I've ever been to this one before. Yeah, no, I'd been here before. I had not stayed overnight here. I had stopped here. But it's so rare anymore. There's a truck stop I haven't been to. That's just what's so silly. Anyway, yeah, I got here about 8 o'clock Mountain Time Sunday morning. And I was going to put together the video then and, do my extra little video pieces, but I was so tired at that point after working all Saturday and doing the trailer skirts and everything that I said, I'm just going to go lie down for a couple hours and I'll get up and do that. Well, yeah, I lay down for a couple hours, got up, then decided to get fully undressed, got into bed, and I stayed there till about, 10 o'clock Sunday night. Slept a long time. Now I'm just having to kill time until I deliver, because I don't deliver until 9 o'clock in the morning and only 30 miles away. And right now it is 1:50 a.m. Monday morning the 20th, so having to kill a little time here. But for those of you scoring at home, if you remember the other night I did put on the new beefier battery cables going to the first inverter. And I really hadn't had a chance to really test it out too much. I cooked up I think a breakfast sandwich or something the other morning, Friday morning, but I didn't really test the microwave out that much. And I did, after I got up tonight, I decided, well, I hadn't really eaten since early Sunday morning, so I cooked up some tacos. And usually when I run the microwave, I kick the truck into high idle, and sometimes the little one of the lights saying how much the battery has starts to turn pink and maybe a little bit red while I'm running the microwave. It did not do that at all. It stayed completely green. So this is a positive sign that maybe the battery cables are going to make all the difference for that inverter. My main test is running the Ninja Foodie, because that draws even more power than the microwave. The microwave draws about 1200 watts, 1100 watts, something like that. Well, it's called a 900 watt, but it spikes a little bit. The Ninja Foodie, on the other hand, pulls 1800 watts on startup. So we'll see, and that's usually when I've had the issue where the inverter kept shutting down on me. So later on today, I'm going to cook a pizza for lunch in the Ninja Foodie, and we'll see if that makes a difference. Right now, I'm cautiously optimistic that that maybe has solved my problem. So I will report on the next video on that. So just FYI, if you are putting an inverter in your truck and it's more than like 1500 watts, you need the really beefy cables. And these are the 0 gauge cables. I did get them off Amazon. I can't remember the name of the company, but they make exact lengths with the connectors on each side. You can pick your lengths. So they seem to be working out well. We're cautiously optimistic at this point. Also, well, now it's officially Monday, but it was Father's Day when I got here and when I got up, and I had a good Father's Day. I slept most of the day. That's a good Father's Day, baby. Yeah, especially after working my butt off. I got to show you these cards that my daughter and my son sent me, because a few years ago they started doing this thing where they would get cards that don't apply to you at all, that don't make any sense. They'd get wrong ones and they'd scratch things out, or just to be silly, because my kids are meatballs. Alright, so this one my daughter gave me for Father's Day. See what it says there? It says, from your son, Daddy. My daughter gave me this. Okay, then you open it up. If I can open it up. Where is it? Come on. Here we go. And it says, you and me, Daddy, we have lots of fun. I'm little, you're big, my growing's not done. Wherever you go and whatever you do, I love you and want to be right here with you. Happy birthday. And of course, she scratches out happy birthday and then writes in Happy Father's Day. My kids are meatballs. So, and look, this is what a great artist my daughter is. You see this little drawing she did over here? I can get it in the light. Isn't that cool? She's an awesome artist. Okay, and then my youngest son, Ben, he gave me, I mentioned earlier, that Home Depot gift card. This is the one I get for Father's Day from him. Tiara time! Tiara time. Then it says inside, let the celebration of your awesome begin. Happy birthday, scratched out, Father's Day. My kids are meatballs. Yeah, they started this a few years ago. They purposely go get cards for the wrong occasion. And it's just, they're silly. My kids are meatballs, but I guess, what do you expect coming from me, huh? All right, so here I am, just waiting out the time, and we'll be heading over there early this morning. Hopefully, Bo and the Turquoise group will come up with a good load for me after that. We'll just see. The rates have been so bad, I won't be surprised. But it'd be nice to get something good. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, boy, was that a task. But thanks to my wife, or it wouldn't have been done. Right, Rusty? Yeah, there you go. And, of course, extra time killing on this run. But, hopefully from now we'll start just taking them off and making some cash. That's the only hope. With the rates as bad as they have been, I'm not too optimistic. But, all we can do is hope. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe. Please like and comment. I get to your comments usually within a day or two because I'm a working truck driver. There's Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you know when the new videos come out. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Well, there's your problem. All right, he's ready for that strip. And there it goes. Jumps up into his pet bed there on the Clutch Trucker couch in front of the fridge and freezer. Here on the ever so popular Clutch Trucker sleeper remodel, which I'm enjoying thoroughly. Well, I made quick work of that one, didn't you? All right, we got a couple more little pieces for you. Because after all, you are a big and stripped dog. He's a big and stripped dog. Sometimes he eats too fast and he starts to cough. He's a big and stripped dog. Yes, very happy. All right, happy dog look. Up here.